So we'll go ahead and hop into it. Thank you all for joining us. We're at the start of a whole new year, 2024. And so some things we kind of want to discuss is like the in-person clean air rooms events. We've had a few already. Our last one for the Stockton area was for the Tune In, Tune Up event, which was very well attended. And so that was a great, opportunity for us to be able to interact with the local residents and get them signed up for these air purifiers. So not only were they getting their cars fixed, but they also went home with the air purifier and then some additional air quality information and grant information that we offer. So it was a really, really great event. We would like to hold a couple more just so we can get those units into the hands of the residents. We're currently working with Stockton Unified right now. We've been fortunate enough to come on to a couple of campuses and attend the coffee hours and food distributions. The food distributions seem to be the ones that are really, really impactful. And so we want to definitely continue down that front and hop around between the different school sites within the boundary. We've even partnered with a couple other groups in the AB 617 area and, attended in-person events. So it's been really, really good. But if you guys hear of any other things, definitely let us know because, we've got lots of units to get into the hands of these residents. And so it's definitely going to take, all hands on deck to be able to unload those. So if you guys have anything in mind that's coming up, that would be great if we could partner up and help get those air purifiers distributed.
Cassandra, I had a question on the event, the Tune In, Tune Up event. Mm-hmm. How many of the units were you guys able to give out?
So we took 50 in person because we weren't quite sure. The thing with the Tune In, Tune Up events is it pulls from the whole county as well as outside the area. So we took 50, we got rid of all 50. And then after that, we started signing people up. And I want to say we did an additional 30 more. So we did about 80. So that's been good because lately we've been taking about 25 to 50 units per event and trying to unload them, that way. So it was a good event.
But we just any public.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I think Margot was saying something, or maybe it was SB. I was just saying, is it just any community event that you'd give these out?
Any community event that's within the boundary.
Okay.
Because it has to pull from the AB 617 boundary. So if okay.
Well, I'm working on a job fair with the principal at Washington Elementary and our tenants. So we're going to do that before she's retiring or leaving at the end of this year. So it'll be in the next few months. We're still trying to pull it all together, but I will let you know because that sounds like it could be a good opportunity. Sorry, my dog is having fun.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, if there's added benefits that you guys could bring to something like that, I think that would be tremendous.
And James, you have a question?
I do. So I just joined the meeting. I'm sorry I was late, but you're passing out the HEPA filters, the air purifiers, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have an event coming up within the boundaries. So I'll reach out after I talk to some folks.
Yeah, most definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then SB?
On for the school district, you guys are going to be at the resource fair for Edison High School that they're going to host there. Okay, because yes. I know that was coming up, and anything else too that's coming up there, then to try to get you all to be there.
Yep. So that's what I wanted to talk. That's our third bullet point to talk about, to just kind of go a little deeper in that, because that's also being expanded into other schools throughout the year. So we'll discuss that coming up Any other questions? James, did you have another question, or I see your hand is still raised?
No, I
Oh.
do not. So there we go.
Oh, got it. Okay. All righty. So then moving on, the next bullet point is discussing the upcoming Earth Days, the Earth Day activities. As SB mentioned, Edison High School is going to be doing their own particular Earth Day event, which will be held on April 13th. And so we will be there to distribute air purifiers. Does anybody else have anything else going on during the Earth Day timeframe?
The Stockton Earth Day, you have that one already on calendar?
We don't, not yet.
That's the really big
is
one.
It's
at
the
Victory
21st.
Park. Let me see.
Yeah, you were there last year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's the 21st.
The 21st. So I'll
April-
need to reach
April
out because we haven't gotten the invite for that. So I'll reach out to them and see.
Oh, no, we haven't either.
Yeah.
Kind of slow
Yeah,
on.
it's coming up.
Yeah. So I'll put that. That'll be something we do right after this to see if we can attend, because that is a very well attended event. That's a good one. Are there any other small little events that any of you guys have heard of that are landing within the next 2 months? No, all kind of quiet. You know, normally things pick up in the summertime. I was looking back last year. Yes, Douglas.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to get together on the first year to discuss about the inventory together of the truck, the loading of the truck, the sizes and everything to be educated. And I know we've been talking about it, and we're supposed to get together and try to get an idea to make the right choice for the difference between a battery, diesel, and the Bobcat. And I thought we were supposed to get together to get educated by that uh, for that particular event. I know we talk about that. And I wrote it down. I'm like, but we never mentioned. We haven't mentioned about that lately. That's all.
Are you talking about our clean truck conference at the port?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to. We were supposed to get our subcommittee meeting people to be able to be knowledgeable about understanding what you when you give the presentation. We don't want to get confused about the pound, the all the jargon, what the truck is giving, so we can able to put the budget into it or whatever we needed to get a better understanding and how big is the truck, its sizes, and how far it will go, and all that stuff before we had some understanding without any confusion when it comes to that particular. Because I remember we were put together to get educated by the.
If you are talking about the event at the port, that's coming up on February 29th. I put something in the chat the other day, the flyer for it during the AB 617 meeting. I will also be mentioning it and talking about details at the upcoming POC meeting, which I believe is next week. And so, yeah, that event. So just want to be clear, Douglas, that event is more to push zero emission trucks and make them available for our tenants and the folks that serve the port. I'm sure there will be some details about range but it's mostly to just talk about funding opportunities. It's got what I'm trying to make it be is a one-stop shop for anybody who is interested in going towards zero emission technology at the port, that they can go there, They can test drive things. They can touch it, feel it, talk to the reps from all the different manufacturers. Then after that, they can sit down with any of the agencies who have incentives and different funding opportunities. So really, that's the focus. But there will be some. If I'm happy to have somebody though come in. Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
Okay, to clarify what you're saying, Jeff, that's what I was just talking about, but that was fortunately like for the subcommittee to participate, like you said, hands-on feeling, how much it, and all that stuff for the member, you know. But are we still having that agenda in our proposal already? And for the truck, electronic truck, right now for the SV for 617?
I'm gonna get the coffee from Mom.
Yes or no?
Okay, so you're asking, repeat that one more time. I'm sorry.
In the budget, and I 617 budget, are we gonna be able to vote on how much money we're gonna put into the electrical trucking per se?
For the SERP, that's what you're asking, or the vote for the SERP?
Yes,
Yeah,
for the trucking.
we're looking at a vote coming up where the entire committee, not a subcommittee, but the entire committee makes the decision.
Correct.
I don't know when they're planning that vote, but I would assume soon.
Yes. Yes, she's correct. It's going to be the entire, it'll be brought before the entire AB 617 CSC group to carry that conversation.
Yeah, and so just to get back to what you were.
And Marco, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just
Go ahead, Jeff.
I think the reason you were bringing that event up to talk about potentially handing and distributing some of the filters at that event, but that event's more geared towards our tenants and others. We'll welcome anybody from the community that wants to attend and provide free registration and all of that. But yeah, it's really geared towards the trucking industry.
Does that clear it up, Douglas?
Yeah, so we are voting for the truck to the amount of money that we're gonna be having people to purchase the electrical trucking gas. So are we at the subcommittee, are we knowledgeable of voting what we're voting and we're not sure about it? That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, Judge, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
I think you're looking for more clarification on that, and then when the vote will happen. But Doug, that will be at the whole committee, not at this subcommittee.
Correct. And that's something that we realized we need a little bit more time to make sure that we can answer all these questions, but we want to address it before the whole group. And so I want to say at the next meeting, that's going to be a topic point. I was trying to pull it up real quickly to see. But yes, I know that this conversation is still ongoing, but not for the subcommittee. It'll be the whole group. SB, you have a question?
Yeah, to get back to in terms of the events that are coming up, I know that the Housing Authority is doing like boot camps for their training for like the electric vehicle training. And so that would also be a good location to be at, because those are the same residents that would qualify for the in-room air filters.
Do you know when those events are going to be happening?
I'll get those to you.
Okay, that'd be fantastic.
Thank you, SB, and also Jab. I'd like to go. Can you request an interpreter for me with that as well, please? Yeah, thank you.
We will get you the information for sure.
All righty. Okay, so next thing, like I mentioned, we've been partnering with Stockton Unified School District, and so they are planning their own huge event on April 13th. And so we will be out there for air purifier distribution in person. So we'll be taking units out there. And then the plan is at least maybe once a month to partner with another agency. The agency will come in and give a demonstration on, some kind of environmental practice. And then we'll be there as well to help sign up parents. They want to let parents know through Peach Jar, through their social media, that these events will be happening at these particular school sites, and it'll rotate throughout the schools. And so we think that's a good partnership, just to kind of get our foot in the door and again, be able to teach the kids. I think one of the events is to build a box fan, a DIY box fan. So or air purifier, they're going to do that. And then, like I said, we'll be there to issue out and sign up parents for air purifiers. So those are the steps. I'm also trying to work with Aspire schools because there's a couple of charter schools that are not part of Stockton Unified, and they're independent, but they do fall within the boundary. So trying to make a connection there and get our foot in the door so that way we can reach out to those parents. But outside of that, that's pretty much it. Any questions, thoughts? Suggestions? We're always looking for ways to improve. No.
I'm sorry, was there a question for me?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was asking if there was a question for me. No. Yeah, so I'll definitely reach out to Stockton and see if we can get on board for the 21st Earth Day. I'll look back to see who was our point of contact for last year, because we did attend that event. And then I'll be anxious to hear about the Washington Elementary event, and then the event from James as well. That'd be fantastic. And the Housing Authority SB, that'd be great. And just as a friendly reminder, if you guys hear of anything, let us know. And if we can't make it out to those events, we'd be more than happy to send up, some information. We can get it shipped overnight, get the car flyers out and all the grant information and all that good stuff. But outside of that, that's pretty much it. I don't want to keep you. But if, like I said, if you guys have any thoughts or concerns.
Pass. And I also just want to take this time to remind everyone that these outreach subcommittees are every other month. So the next one coming up is going to be on Friday, March 15th, same time at 2 p.m. So I'll be sending out that calendar appointment sometime early next week.
Great, thank you.
So this is Margot. I have a question for the Air District. So in the past, now it could be my own television viewing has changed, I don't know, but I used to see more ads from the Air District itself where the commissioners would actually speak and talk about the clean air, the ones from the area. And I don't notice those as much. Have you eliminated them, or have you cut down on them, or do you know what the status is? I thought they were, the no burn, specifically the no burn days during the winter.
So we did change our campaign this past season. We switched to, because the biggest thing that we were noticing is a lot of folks know that we exist, but they don't realize that we have funding. And then some people are just a little not racing to apply for these grants. So we had to change that mindset. And the campaign that we launched was Believe It. And so we reached out to individuals that have gone through our grant programs, and we did it for residential wood smoke change out. We did it for tractors. We did it for a whole different plethora of grants that we offer, and we put them up front in the forefront, and that's what we aired. So they can see actual people from the community. And then we launched all those commercials in those targeted areas from where that individual was from, just to kind of help gain momentum. And that way it becomes a talking point that they were like, oh, we saw you on TV. You actually applied for this and it worked. And then that's the response that we were hoping to get. And then we got some feedback from individuals that, yes, people started reaching out to them. They're like, we saw your commercial, and is it, is it really that simple? And so we did change it up a little bit this year. We still have the billboards up, but in terms of putting them in the forefront for the commercials, we took them off and decided to move with actual individuals that have gone through our program.
So are there some in the San Joaquin County area?
I believe so. I'm not quite sure. I can get that information and find out who is where.
Yeah, I'm just curious because I haven't seen anything.
Okay.
But again, television viewing changes over time. So
yeah. Yeah, they tried. I want to say yes, because I know that we made it a point to find a person from each and every county. So I'll do some digging and find out who came out of San Joaquin County.
okay, thank you.
For that.
Yeah. Thank you.
All righty. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I don't want to hold you hostage if we don't need to. But if anything else pops up, please definitely let us know. That way we can share the information, and if we can attend, we'd love to attend. And then you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody.
Bye.